Hello everyone, my name is Angelica and I will be speaking to you about Ruth Chapter 3 and what stood out to me. I'm actually going to read the first 5 verses. And the Bible says, "One day Naomi said to Ruth, 'My dear, isn't it time that I try and find a husband for you and get you happily married again? The man I'm thinking of is Boaz. He has been so kind to us and is a close relative. I happen to know that he will be winnowing barley tonight out on the threshing floor. Now do what I tell you. Bathe and put on some perfume and some nice clothes and go on down to the threshing floor. But don't let him see you until he has finished his supper. Notice where he lies down to sleep. Then go and lift the cover off of his feet and lie down there. And he will tell you what to do concerning marriage.' And Ruth replied, 'All right, I'll do whatever you say.'" And as a foreigner, Ruth may have thought that Naomi's advice was a little bit odd. In all honesty, if someone was to give me that advice, I think they're crazy and I probably would not follow their advice. But Ruth followed the advice of Naomi because she knew that Naomi was a trustworthy person. She knew that she was kind and filled with moral integrity. And so I started to think about, are there people I know that display those type of qualities that Naomi had? Someone who was trustworthy, someone who was kind and had moral integrity and a good heart and was looking out for others. And I started to think about the circle of friends or the circle of people that I have. And what I mean by the circle of people is the people that I spend the most amount of time with, the people that I put my love and energy into. Are they people that have qualities like Naomi? Am I someone that has qualities like Naomi when I am with them? And you know what? In today's world, it's obvious what's going on. It's been going on for a while. It's a really cruel and ugly world that we live in. And the violence, the wars that are going on, the kidnappings, the shootings, all of that, it's been going on. And it's unfortunately going to continue to go on. This world is not going to get better until Jesus comes again. And so I have really been working on my self-development this last couple of years. And what I feel started off as like a large number of people that I would spend time with has become very small. My circle is very small now, and I'm okay with that. Because the people that I want to put time and energy into, and the people that I want them to put their time and energy into me and my son, are people that are like Naomi, people that I can trust, people that are uplifting, that are there for me, that will listen to me when I have issues going on, that won't judge me, that will pray for me and uplift me and will lead me back to God. And I also want to be that person for them. I want to be that person that someone knows that when something's going on, like, oh, I'm going to call Angelica, or hey, I'm going to go to Angelica's house because I know that she's going to be there for me. I know that she's going to pray for me, pray over me. I know that she'll lead me back to God, because that is the best way to live your life. And especially with everything that's going on every single day in this world, the closer you are to God, the better off you are. And, you know, they say kids are like sponges. I have a 6-year-old and he definitely is a sponge. He soaks up anything and everything that anyone says or does, and he mimics all of that. And some of it is funny, but some of it is like an eye-opener of like, ooh, wow, I should watch what I say around him. And it's not that it's horrible things that are coming out of my mouth, but a 6-year-old, I want him to continue to be that happy, loving kid, respectful kid. And you know, so I want to challenge you and encourage you to think about your circle of people. Your circle of friends could be relatives, could be coworkers, whoever it may be. And I want you to think about, do those people have a personality like Naomi? Are they there for you when you need them to be? And in a positive way, because you can have those people that you call that are just going to give you the chisme, the gossip for the day. And is that something you want in your life? I know when I was in high school, I tried to be in the cool group, or what then was the cool group. And looking back, that was not a cool group. That is not a group of people that I would want my son to hang around with, because I became this person that I wasn't before. But high school's rough for kids, and it's even rougher nowadays. And back then I felt that I needed to fit in order to have friends and in order to not be picked on. So instead I started to be that person that would bully people, that would pick on people for no reason. And I actually got in my first and only fight in high school. And I wasn't proud of it. I didn't like it at all. And actually a couple of years after high school, when I was introduced to the Seventh-day Adventist Church and I started attending the church on a regular basis and started being involved in the youth group and all the activities, I realized that I was a horrible person back then, and I did not like that person that I was. And I wanted to reach out and find that girl that I got in a fight with. I reached out on social media and she wasn't there. I tried to see if other friends that I went to high school with, if they knew her whereabouts, and nothing. So I just prayed for her. And I prayed that she forgave me and that she was doing okay. And I asked God for forgiveness, because that is not a proud moment in my life. And I definitely would not want my son growing up and finding out about that and thinking that it was okay. And so, I really think about what I'm doing with my time. And I really pray about, God, show me the person that you want me to be. I want to be a person like Naomi. I want to be that person that reflects God, that when someone looks at me, they know that Jesus is in my heart. Why? Because you're shining through me and through my actions, through my words, through my body language. There's so many different ways that we can display God in our life. And I want to just be a better person. I want to live a happy life. And how can you live a happy life if you're really anyone but Naomi, or the opposite of her? Someone that can't be trusted, someone that's not kind, someone that's not trustworthy. Those are all, in my opinion, negative qualities that I don't want to have, and I don't want my son growing up and having. So what this has taught me is to reflect back on my life, reflect back on present day and the people that I spend time with, the person that I am, the person that I show up as every day. And if it's not a person that I feel that God would be happy or proud of, then I don't want to be that person. And I want God to show me, like, hey, Angelica, you need to change that, or stop thinking like that, or stop dressing like that, stop acting like that. And I want God to be very proud of me. I want to be that example of what a child of God is. And not to say that I need to be perfect, but I know that in comparison to the person that I was in high school, I don't want to be that person. And so I hope that you will read the rest of the chapter so that you know what happens to Ruth and her story. And I pray that you are blessed and happy. And I love you all. Thank you.